Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear cadets of class 7, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are fine at your respective houses during this corona pandemic situation. I would like to welcome you all to my online class. It's my second class with you. Today, we are going to discuss chapter 7, Climate of Bangladesh, lesson 3, and the topic is some disasters due to climate change. In the last class, we discussed about difference between weather and climate, climatic divisions of Bangladesh, that means summer season, rainy season, and winter season. Then we discussed causes of climate change in Bangladesh. Hope you all have understood those topics very well. Now, our today's learning outcomes. Today, after the class, you will be able to discuss disasters related to climate change like cyclone and tidal waves, flood, river erosion, drought, chill or cold wave, tornado, and nor'wester. Today's keywords or key terms are cyclone, low pressure, tidal waves, tidal surge, flood, inundation, river erosion, drought, chill or cold wave, tornado, nor'wester, etc. Bangladesh is a disaster-prone country. Every year, we experience different types of natural disasters in our country. Some mentionable of them are cyclone and tidal waves, floods, river erosion, drought, chill wind, chill or cold wind or wave, tornado, nor'wester, etc. Nowadays, we also experience earthquakes and thunderstorm. These are also common natural disasters of Bangladesh. Then, first of all, cyclone and tidal wave. When the air of Earth's surface of a particular place becomes too hot, it blows upwards. As a result, air pressure of that place grows less. This is called low pressure. This is an important question. What is low pressure? And it is also called depression. If the question comes, you have to write it down. I will explain it later on. At this stage, air from the surrounding places rushes to that low pressure area with higher speed. This is called cyclone. So when you are to define cyclone, you have to write from here to here. Most of the cyclones in Bangladesh occur due to low pressure created in the Bay of Bengal. This kind of low pressure and a storm in the sea generate huge waves, and the waves in their turn inundate the landmass of coastal areas with great speed. This is called tidal wave. This is another important question which often comes in your exam. What is tidal wave? So, what we have described till now, I would like to explain it. See, how does actually low pressure form? You know, the sun gives us light and we get the temperature from the sun, and when the focus of the sun is on sea surface, because of the high temperature of focus of the sun, the water surface, it becomes warmer, and the air just above the water surface, it also gets warmer. And we know the warm air, the nature of warm air is it will always go upward. When the warm air goes upward, the surrounding comparatively cold air, it rushes towards the area from where the warm air goes upward. See the red arrows, this indicates the warm air, and the blue arrows, they indicate cold air. When because of the temperature of the sun, the warm air goes upward, to fill that gap, the surrounding cold air, they rush towards the area or where the warm air goes upward. In this way, this phenomena creates huge turmoil on that place, and as a result, the cyclone forms. See here, if there is an animated picture, and this is also another animated picture. This is real picture which has been taken from the satellite image. See how these cyclones form. And if you go into the cyclone area, you will see this type of whirlpool or water turmoil in that area. And this is very devastating. Now, the cyclone and tidal wave, see the effect when any cyclone occurs. Definitely there will be tidal wave, and this is the cyclone affected area of Bangladesh. Boys, remember, the cyclone, it occurs or it forms in the sea area. That's why it hits the coastal areas of any country. As I have said earlier, that the most of the cyclones which hit Bangladesh, they form in the Bay of Bengal area, and they hit the coastal areas of Bangladesh. That's why the people of the coastal area of Bangladesh, they are the most vulnerable, they are in the most vulnerable zone, and it has been indicated in this map. Now, cyclones and tidal waves have struck the coastal areas of Bangladesh several times. Every year, we experience cyclones and tidal wave in our coastal area. These have killed so many people, and crops and cattle have been wiped away. Such a cyclone and tidal wave on 12th November 1970 in our coastal belt killed about 1 million people. That means about 10 lakhs of people died on that very date. Then on 15th November 2007, we experienced another devastating cyclone, Sidor, in our country, and we had huge loss in our country. Many people died, and we had different socioeconomic loss also. See, Sidor and Ayla are two examples of cyclone of the recent past. About 3 million people in 28 districts were affected by Sidor on 15 November 2007. Then Ayla caused havoc on 25th May 2009, destroying people, birds and animals, crops and houses. Generally, the Meteorological Office forecasts about these cyclones and issue warnings to the people. We can minimize losses if we follow the forecasts and take necessary precautions. We need to prepare for mitigating the impending disaster and take refuge in storm shelters at this time. So when cyclone or the meteorological office, they forecast about any cyclone, there are some volunteers who work in the coastal areas. They aware the people and tell them to take shelter in the shelter centers. In the coastal areas, government has built a good number of shelter centers, and people used to take shelter in those shelter centers, and they are well trained beforehand to fight against the cyclone and also tidal wave. And when cyclone comes, be sure that there will be tidal wave also. Now let us see some devastating aftermaths of cyclone and tidal wave. See, an embankment has broken down. Here the tidal wave is hitting the coastal area, and because of the cyclone, a tree has been uprooted and it has destroyed a house. Here we also see a destroyed house. See the havoc. Our next topic is flood. This is another common natural disaster in Bangladesh. Dear boys, the three major rivers, Podda, Meghna and Jamuna, are originated in India. These rivers carry a great water flow from melted water of the Himalayas and huge rainfall in the highland through Bangladesh to the Bay of Bengal. You know, most of the rivers of Bangladesh, they have originated in the hilly regions of India. That means in most of the rivers have been originated from Himalayas, such as Podda. It has originated from the Gangotri glacier of Himalaya. Meghna, it is the joint stream of Surma and Kushiara, which have come from India, and the main flow or stream is the Jamuna. It is the distributary of Brahmaputra river, and it has originated from the Manas lake of Himalaya. Then these rivers carry a great water flow from melted water of the Himalayas and huge rainfall in the highland through Bangladesh to the Bay of Bengal. It means most of the rivers, their mature stage or old stage, they during those the old stage of the river, it flows over Bangladesh and lastly they fall in the Bay of Bengal. Water from rainfall and hills of Bangladesh is added to it and increase the water level of rivers and finally flood the adjacent areas. Flood cause a lot of damage to our people and resources every year. On the other side, the rivers carries millions of tons of silt every year. A lot of silt is not carried to the bay and stored in the river bed. This reduces the river's capacity to carry water, so flood occurs on the river banks and adjoining areas. Dear boys, I'd like to explain this. River has three stages. When it originates from the hilly area, it remains narrow and there exists extreme flow. But in the second stage or young stage, it gradually gets wider and the uh, speed of the flow reduces, and in the third stage or last stage, the river width it increases and the speed of the flow decreases alarmingly. That's why in first and second stage it has enough force to carry the silts or sediments, but at the last stage, because of the slow flow of water, it cannot carry out tons of silts or sediments. As a result, those sediment they deposited they are deposited in the on the river bed, and that's why uh, because of that flood occurs in our country. Crops are damaged severely and that leads to flood food crisis. When flood occurs, they inundates the crop field and that destroys our crops. Many people become unemployed because of flood. The country experienced severe floods in 1988, 1998, and in 2004. And normally we experience floods every year, but devastating floods are uh, seen or experienced uh, in 1988, 98, and in 2004. Now, scientists say flood cannot be controlled totally, but damages due to the floods may be controlled. It is applicable for all the natural disasters that we cannot control any natural disaster, but we can minimize the damages of that respective natural disaster. Now, see the flood affected area of Bangladesh. Normally, the uh, area adjacent to the main rivers such as Jamuna, Podda, and Meghna surrounding the areas of these rivers, they experience most of the floods in Bangladesh. It has been indicated in this figure, and let us see some bad effects of flood. See the miserable life of the people of Bangladesh. The cultivable land is submerged and people suffer a lot because of this flood. See, even in the city area, water logging is seen because of flood. See the condition. And we have to have proper water discharge system in city area for the well discharge of the water. Otherwise, we have to face such kind of water logging in the city area. Even because of heavy rainfall, we see waterlogging or sudden flash flood in city area, and this is very horrible, especially in Dhaka, Chittagong, Chattogram. Sorry, the name has been changed. We should not utter Chittagong. The pronunciation should be Chattogram. Our next topic is river erosion, another common natural disaster of Bangladesh. River erosion is a regular natural disaster in Bangladesh every year, especially during monsoon. Here monsoon means rainy season. During monsoon or during rainy season, river erosion occurs in the country. One of the reasons of this disaster is the nature of course of rivers. Most of the rivers of the country follow a frequently meandering course. Here, meandering means curved or zigzag. That means the rivers are not straight. I have said earlier when I was explaining flood that river has three stages. In the first stage, the rivers are narrow, but the flow is extreme or higher, and they are straight, and gradually they become or they get uh, uh, into meandering course. That's why in the last stage or old stage we see the rivers are meandering or they are zigzag pattern or curved pattern, and this happens because of the slow flow of the water of the river. As a result, a strong current cannot flow straight and strikes the banks, which start to erode, and this will be explained later on. Wait. Besides, change of river courses, loose structure of river banks, river filling, unplanned embankments to control rivers, and absence of trees on river banks, etc. contribute to the problem too. See, these are some common problems behind river erosion, and we have to overcome or we have to take necessary measures to stop these activities so that we can minimize the rate of river erosion in Bangladesh. Then, river erosion causes thousands of acres of cultivable land, residences, and different other constructions to go down to the rivers every year. As a result, as a consequence, thousands of people of the country become homeless and destitute, losing their employment too. Awareness of the causes of river erosion may minimize the disaster and its resultant damages. Now, let us explain here how does actually river erosion occurs. You have come to know that most of the rivers of Bangladesh are meandering. That means they are curved. And why they are curved? Because most of the rivers of Bangladesh are in old stage, and the nature of old stage rivers, they must be curved or meandering. And because of this meanderness or curvedness or zigzag pattern of this river erosion is higher in countries like Bangladesh. See, when the flow of water goes from the upstream to the downstream, then they hit on the river bank because of the meanderness. See this arrow sign, and see also here. and at this portion the erosion will occur, and this portion erosion will occur. Here see, in this portion erosion will occur here in this portion and in this portion because of the flow of water. The water flow hits here and from here to here and from here to here, and as a result the soil of this portion erode and get washed away by the river water. And see the effect of river erosion, some natural photographs of our country. See the devastating effect of river erosion, and every year many houses, many crop fields and infrastructures, roads, they are the uh, they are going to grabbed away by the rivers. Our next topic is drought. Drought is a common problem of the people of northern area of Bangladesh. Drought is a natural disaster in Bangladesh. We all know this. It means lack of rain. Actually, drought means lack of water or lack of rain. When any region experiences lack of water, then we call that there is drought in that region. In summer season, drought occurs in different regions of the country. The severity of drought is visible in the northern region. I have already told this. Irrigation is hampered and crops are damaged due to lack of water. Besides lack of rainfall, drought is also caused by construction of dams in the upstream of rivers and environmental pollution. There may not be any permanent remedy to this problem, but if we are aware of it and take necessary steps in time, damages can be lessened. For this, we need to test the subsurface water level and put a stoppage to further pumping if necessary. We should store water during the monsoon, or that means in during rainy season. Mass awareness about proper water management and use will be of help. Now see the drought prone areas of Bangladesh. Here you can see the legends. Here it has indicated by different colors that this color is very severe, and this is severe, moderate, slight, and gradually white zones are they don't experience any drought at all. So see the red zones, they experience a drought every year because of lack of water or rainfall, and not only because of the natural cause or lack of rainfall. uh, uh, we don't uh, we experience drought because there are some man-made reasons also. Sometimes we make embankments, and we uh, uh, we do not let the river water go to its natural direction. That's why we also experience drought. We know there is Farakka barrage in the river Podda in Indian portion, and Tipaimukh barrage, and there are so many. And because of those embankments, or barrages or dams, we experience drought in our country. And how can we solve this problem? We have to make proper use of our water. We have to store rainwater. We have to make or dig our canals. Or dredging should be uh, done in the rivers so that they can carry more water. And ponds should be uh, uh, dig. We should dig our ponds, and new canals should be uh, dug. And if we can do this, then we can minimize the rate of drought in our country. See the effects of drought in our country. Because of drought, we cannot produce our desired amount of crops, and this problem should be solved. We have to make proper water management policy in our country so that water can be proportionately distributed all the regions all over the country. Then our next topic is chill or cold wave, another natural disaster of our country. Although Bangladesh is not a cold country, mild and medium cold waves are noticed some years in December and January. We know during this time, December or January, we experience winter in our country. And you know, during this time, the wind blows from northeastern portion towards southwestern portion, and the cold wind comes from the cold region of Siberia, that means Russia, and because of that wind, we experience winter or cold in our country. Its intensity is noticeable, especially in the northern region, because northern region they face the effects of the uh, air which comes from Siberian area. Many people die even due to severe cold weather in northern area. Every year, many people die because of cold wave. The regular life pattern suffers during these times. Ordinary people like day laborers and workers do not get any job because of huge fog, dense fog, and winter days are short. And because of so many reasons like these, people do not get a job or work during this time. The cold wave damages crops severely, as sometimes we cannot see the sun and the sunlight cannot uh, uh, and it is we know that sunlight is very much necessary for the plants or vegetation or crops, but because of this foggy situation, we damages are uh, seen in crop field. The poor people suffer most as they do not have houses and sufficient warm clothes. Proper and timely initiatives from government and conscious people may lessen these sufferings to a great extent. The rich people should come forward to help the poor people of northern area and other regions also, and the government should also take necessary measures to control or to minimize the effects of cold wave in northern areas. C, because of cold wave or chill, or in winter the we experience huge number of road accidents because of dense fog. We also experience launch accident, and the ferries which uh, in different rivers they cannot move on because of fog, and uh, traffic jams are seen in the both part of the rivers, and people experience uh, severe cold in the northern area, and they are to suffer a lot for this. Our next topic is tornado. Boys, I have already explained cyclone. Tornado and cyclone, they are of same type. The difference is cyclones are formed in the sea area, but tornadoes are formed in the land area. Rather than these, the other characteristics, they are almost same. The formation process is also same. The way a cyclone form, the same way is also applicable for the formation of tornado. We know that because of low pressure or depression, cyclones form, and because of that very reason, tornadoes also form. And let me tell you again that when the temperature of the sun or focus of the sun or the light of the sun falls on any region and the temperature of the air gets higher, that and the air of that certain region or place becomes light and it goes upward, and to fill that gap, the comparatively cold air, it rushes towards that region, and because of this continuous process, the we see air turmoil or turmoil of the wind or whirlpool wind over there, and this situation or this phenomena creates tornado at that place. Tornado is one of the most frequent natural disasters in Bangladesh. It is a kind of violent and speedy windstorm. It is created due to low pressure on land mass. Remember, cyclone uh, is also created because of low pressure, and tornado it is also created because of low pressure. But cyclones are formed in sea area, but tornadoes are formed in the land mass. That means in land area, which occurs in the same place. Okay, tornado is such a natural disaster that cannot be forecast or given early warning about. We cannot forecast tornadoes because we don't know when and how tornadoes will form. Clouds shaped like the funnel on elephant's trunk gather in the sky just before a tornado. Gradually, this funnel-shaped cloud rushes towards the low-pressure zone. This cloud moves from one place to another as a whirlwind. What is whirlwind? It is a continuous uh, 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 movement or motion of the wind. Suppose, as for example, we can say that when you make uh, anything, or if you dilute anything in water, and if you stir the water with a spoon, then you will find that there is whirlpool in the water. That is actually indicated with whirlwind. In the nature we also see this. A lot spinning goes on inside the funnel. When this trunk-like tornado touches the landmass, it makes a mess of houses, trees, animals, and birds and people of the area. Things are even carried away to different places. The tornadoes, they can carry away different things from one place to another. Sometimes they take even the broken portion of any of houses from one place to another. It can attack any place all on a sudden and can cause havoc within moments. It is usually of a very short duration, few seconds to few minutes. A very small region falls prey to it. Tornadoes generally occur from the end of Falgun to middle of Jyeshtha in Bangladesh. Remember this thing. This question often comes. Now see some photographs of tornadoes, how they actually look like. See some more photos. Our next topic is nor'wester. Nor'wester is also another type of tornado, but actually nor'wester is experienced or seen in Bangladesh during the month of Boishak, that means during the mid-April. If temperature of an area rises too high, the wind of that area becomes lighter and goes up. Cooler air from the adjacent areas rushes to fill up the vacuum and creates a storm. This is called the nor'wester. Boys, this is very interesting that this process is also applicable for cyclone. This is also applicable for tornado and also for the nor'wester. Their formation process is almost same. Cyclones are formed in sea area and nor'wester and tornadoes, they are formed in the land area. And nor'wester in Bangla, we call this Kal Boishakhi Jhor. And this nor'wester or Kal Boishakhi Jhor, it is experienced in the northwestern portion of Bangladesh every year, and this is very alarming for the people of that area. Nor'wester is a storm that is of a very short duration and is regionally originated. Tornado may be seen in any part of the country or region, but nor'wester, it is only seen in some places of Bangladesh. Normally, this nor'wester is also a type of tornado, but as it is specific for the Bangladesh, that's why we do not call this tornado. We named it nor'wester as it has some certain characteristics. Let us see those. Generally, it occurs in the month of Boishak and hence it is known as Kal Boishakhi in Bangla. The storm appears from northwest. It occurs more or less every year. Although not so devastating like tornadoes, it causes damage to lives and properties. It blows away houses, uproots trees, and hampers riverine transportation. It is notorious to cause naval accidents. That is why we need to take extra caution during the season of nor'wester in regards of river transportation. Now I would like to explain more about nor'wester. as you have come to know that it occurs during the month of Boishak, that means during mid-April, we experience this type of tornado, and the this nor'wester is not that much devastating like tornadoes, but they also destroy lives and properties in our country. And because of this nor'wester, every year we face different uh, naval accidents. That means different water vessels, they get sunk, and many people die because of this nor'wester. And trees are uprooted because of nor'wester, and if those trees fall on any houses, those houses are destroyed. So we have to take necessary measures, and we have to make the people aware of this nor'wester. And why do we call this nor'wester? Boys, you know, when the nor'wester occur, it occurs in the month of Boishak. That means it occurs in the summer season. And in the summer season, you know, the wind moves from southwestern portion to northeastern portion. The wind goes from the sea area. That's why water vapors, a presence of water vapor is more in that uh, air, and that air is comparatively cold. And another wind comes from the desert area of India, that means from Rajasthan area of India. Another wind comes, that wind is dry, and when that wind they it collide with the natural flow of wind in summer, when this collision occur, we experience nor'wester. The uh, wind having water vapor, it collides with the wind which is warmer and coming from the desert area of the India, that means from Rajasthan. These phenomena cause nor'wester in our country. Let us see some effects of nor'wester in our country. And during this nor'wester, you must experience thunderstorm, and every year many people die because of this thunderstorm. See the devastating havoc of nor'wester. Trees are uprooted, and we also experience hailstorm. That means in Bengali we call it Shilabisti. This is in English we call it hailstorm. And because of hailstorm, crops are damaged. Different uh, fruit trees, they are also damaged. See, in the northern area of Bangladesh, we know during the month of Boishak, there are that is the actually mango season, and people face problem because of nor'wester or because of hailstorm. Those mangoes are fallen away because of that, and this is very alarming for the people. And see, a tree is uprooted and it has fall on a private car, and every year this type of accident occurs because of nor'wester in Bangladesh. With this, we have come to an end of today's lecture. Now let us see some sample question. I have set a CQ question. See, this type of question will come in exam. Go through the books and try to understand all the topics. And if you can understand all the topics, then hope you will be able to answer the questions. The question may be of any type, but if you know the answer, you'll be able to answer all sorts of questions. And this type of question will come, and there are see some sample questions, MCQ. This type of MCQ question will come. Now, time for home task. I hope you have understood the whole topic very clearly and nicely. So you have to write it down, and you have to send me these answers of this question. You can upload it in the website, or you can send me through email. My email address is anmekram@gmail.com. I repeat, my email address is anmekram@gmail.com. You can send your answers through email, or you can upload it in the website also. Hope you will do this accordingly. Topic for the next class. Inshallah, in next class, we will learn lesson 4 and lesson 5. That means measures to mitigate effects of climate change and effects of climate change on socio-economic sector. And with the completion of lesson 4 and 5, we will complete the chapter. Now, awareness about corona. Dear boys, I would like to inform you that government has launched a website to provide support during this corona pandemic. You can get all sorts of cooperation from the government from this website. Through this website, you can contact with people and you can take help. Hope you will use this website if you are if you need this, and you have to be aware during this situation, because you know corona pandemic situation, it is seen or it is being observed all over the world, and we have to take necessary measures, or we have to keep ourselves safe, or we have to keep ourselves confined in our respective houses. We should not go outside, and even if it is necessary to go outside, we have to use masks or hand gloves, or we have to take other necessary precautions. Thank you, boys. With this, I'd like to draw the end of my lecture today. See you in the next class. Till then, stay blessed, stay fine at your home.